Hi guys, hope everyone is well. My name is Keith Walsh and I'm the Geography teacher here at ExamRevision.ie. In today's short video tutorial, I'm going to give my predictions for the Leaving Certificate Geography paper for 2021. And this is in collaboration with ExamRevision.ie. So ExamRevision.ie is your one-stop educational platform for both students and teachers. At ExamRevision, we provide the entire curriculum in bite-sized video tutorials. We've got H1 notes. We've got the entire curriculum completed in PowerPoint presentations. You have self-correcting quizzes. You've got the past paper questions, all broken down into topics, so it's really easy for students to study. And it's all guided by our smart adaptive technology that we have built into the platform to enable students to excel and to reach their full potential. So, in today's tutorial, we're going to look at the physical. We're going to look at questions that are probably going to come up for this year's paper. We're going to look at the regional, the economic elective, and the option is going to be the geoecology. Okay, so I'm first going to start with the predictions for the geography, for the physical geography core unit 1 paper. Okay, section. Sorry. So the core unit 1 section, physical geography. What's going to come up this year is more than likely is going to be, you're going to have your erosion and deposition landform. It comes up every year, and that is one that students should definitely know. It's top of the priority for the physical geography. Last year it was erosion, so this year more than likely deposition is going to be, has a really good chance of coming up, but it's one that students need to know. It's come up for every year the last 14 years, and it's one that students should not forget, and make sure that you have that learned off. Okay, so the one that I would do is I would do the fluvial, so fluvial is for rivers, and I would do for erosion, I do the waterfall, and for deposition I would do a delta. Okay, but it doesn't matter which one, whatever one you want to do, and it could be coastal or it could be glacial, but make sure you've got that learned off. Okay, formation of rocks comes up nearly every year. Okay, so almost every year the formation of rocks comes up. Igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic. Okay, last year what came up was igneous and metamorphic. This year what I'm tipping to come up would be sedimentary. Okay, but they could put sedimentary for the last number of years. Sedimentary's they're starting when they come in with the formation of rocks. It starts to come with 2. So last year it was like a plutonic rock, so igneous, so granite, and looking at like a metamorphic rock. This year it could be like, say, inorganic sedimentary, or it could be something like volcanic igneous rock, so like you'd be looking at basalt, and then say sedimentary. But you need to have that learned off. Okay, formation of rocks comes up almost every year, so you need to know the 3 of them: igneous, sedimentary, metamorphic. Human interaction with fluvial, coastal, or glacial processes, I'm tipping that to come up this year. It comes up almost every second year, and it didn't come up in 2020 in the 2020 paper. So for this one, what I would do is I would learn off like how humans interact with the fluvial processes. That'd be like the construction of dams. Fourth tip I'm giving is a karst landscape, or a surface or underground feature. So it's carbonation, making sure that you able to explain carbonation, because carbonation will cover you for your karst landscape, it will cover you for the surface and underground feature, it will cover you for your chemical weathering if it comes up. So that is what I'm tipping for the physical geography. And then make sure you know your destructive plate boundaries. Again, constructive plate boundaries come up last year. Destructive plate boundaries has a really good chance of coming up for the paper. So and it's all done out in the order of priority. Okay, so that's the first one, that's second, that's third, that's fourth, that's fifth. Okay, so if you're a student and you're like, well, I haven't started studying yet, I'm 2 days away from my exam, what do I do? I would start with your deposition landform feature. Okay, for fluvial, say your delta, and then I would do my waterfall, and then I'd move on and do the formation of rocks, and so on. Okay, so for the regional geography, what you need to know, again, it's in priority: sketch maps. Make sure you can draw a sketch map of Ireland, of a European region, whether that be the Mezzogiorno or your Paris Basin, and make sure you can do your subcontinental region. So the subcontinental region that I do is Brazil. Okay, so you might do India, you might do America, whatever it might be, but make sure you're able to draw a sketch map. Really important. It's easy marks. It's going to come up as a 20 marker. I would tip Ireland to come up before the other ones, but make sure you know them all. Okay. For Ireland, so I've broken it down into the different regions, so I'm really narrowing it down for students. So for Ireland, make sure you know primary and secondary economic activities. They're the 2 that I'm predicting for this year. For European region, if you go with the Paris Basin region, or you go with the Mezzogiorno region, I'm tipping that primary primary and tertiary economic activities are going to come up, and then make sure you know the EU. Okay, EU is obviously very topical this year with Brexit, so the EU is potentially a question that you could see pop up on the regional geography. For your subcontinental region, okay, so the one we do is Brazil, but you might do India, whatever it might be. What I'm tipping for the subcontinental region is a primary, secondary, and tertiary. Those 3 essays, make sure you have them for your regional geography. Moving on to the economic elective, okay, so every single year you've got one question that comes up. It's a 30 marker, and it's the OS map question, okay, OS area photograph question that comes up as a 30 marker for both your human and your economic electives. The economic elective is the one that I focus on. That's why I'm tipping. That's why I'm giving the predictions for this one. So your economic elective, make sure you know that OS map question. Okay, OS area photograph comes up as a 30 marker every single year, and generally it's very repetitive. So if you haven't looked at that one for your human or your economic elective, have a look at that because it's very predictable. And it comes up every single year. It's a 30 marker, and the question part A is going to be a 20 marker. It's very, very easy to get those marks. So if you can get the 20 marks, and then you know that you're going to be able to do a 30 marker, that's the OS map question or the area photograph map question that's going to come up with it. You've got 50 out of 80 marks that you know is going to come up on the paper. Draw an OS map or an area photograph, okay, it's a 20 marker every year, okay, so that's going to come up as part A, and it'll come up again this year. Multinational corporation, make sure you know that comes up almost every single year. I'm also tipping the conflict of a natural resource and colonialism to come up for your economic elective. So they're my tips for the economic elective. And then finally bringing you on to your option, which is for higher level students only. So the one that we focus on is geoecology, and there are 3 essays that you can focus in. Okay, you can break it down to 6, but I've broken it down even further to leave you with 3. Okay, so how plants and animals how they've adapted to a biome, human interaction with a biome, and 4 characteristics of a biome that you've studied. Okay, so again, it depends on the biome that you've studied. It might be like a hot desert, it might be in the tropical rainforest. It depends, but you will know the biome that you've studied. Again, what I'd be tipping is how plants and animals have adapted. We haven't seen that come up since, it hasn't come up in 6 years. 2015 was the last time it came up. Human interaction with a biome will be the next one that I would look at. That came up in 2014, 2017, 2019, didn't come up in 2020. So that would be very likely to come up like this year. And the 4 characteristics of a biome that come up in 2016, 2018, 2020. And again, it's one that you'd need to be prepared, because you're narrowing it down already to just 3 essays here. So it's very, very condensed, very precise. These are the 3 essays. If you learn off 3 of these essays, 100% you'll be able to answer the full 80-mark question then on the biome that you have chosen. So there, really quickly, that's the predictions for the Geography Leaving Certificate exam paper. Hope this helps. Obviously, these are predictions. These are not like guarantees. So I'm mindful that students have, like, you're only a few hours away really from sitting the paper, so you want to try to try work out like what is really probable and what's like more than likely to come up on the paper. This is what we're doing here at ExamRevision.ie, trying to give you like things that are more than likely going to come up on the paper, so you can then tackle them and use like your time efficiently to maximize your study. If you want any more tips or support, please do follow us on social media. Okay, these are the various platforms you can find us on. You can find us on Twitter. You can find us on Instagram at ExamRevision.ie. You can find us on Facebook, it's ExamRevision, TikTok, or you can find us on YouTube, where you'll find hundreds of free content, videos that will help to support you. And then we obviously have our online learning platform, which is our website, and it's www.examrevision.ie, where you'll get access to the complete curriculum in video tutorials, H1 notes, PowerPoint presentations, quizzes, exam paper questions, and it's all and all of your learning is then guided by our smart adaptive technology. So that's it, nice and quickly. Best of luck to every student that is sitting the Leaving Certificate paper this year. It's been a really tough year and a half with the school closures, and you've all done so amazing. So you should be really proud. And right now you should be focusing on all the progress that you've made, and then with all the progress that you've made, focus then on a couple of these little predictions that maybe I've given you, and maybe use them and go in the order of priority. It goes from top to bottom. So the number one is the top thing that you should focus on. Don't focus on all the content that you haven't already learned yet, because that's not going to help. It's going to help that's only going to increase your stress level. So what you do is you should be really proud of all you know so far, all the progress that you've made to date, and then using the predictions that we have here with ExamRevision.ie, tackle them in the order of priority, and you will be in a really good place then, sitting your Leaving Certificate Geography exam paper. That's it. Best of luck.